Right here we have 4 different Hofmann Hammer workbenches. The large, the all-rounder, medium, and compact. The 4 Hofmann Hammer workbenches has very similar features. The difference is mainly in the size. Here the compact is about 50 inches long. It's got a front vise and a tail vise with a dog hole lined up with the row of dog holes along the front. This one has square dog holes and has a tool tray here at the back, and it's about 20 inches in width. Moving up to the medium, again has a front vise and an end vise, square dog holes, and there's a square dog hole here in the end vise lined up with the row of dog holes. Tool tray here at the back. This one is about 70 inches long by about 22 inches wide. I'll skip the all-round for a minute and move straight to the large because it's very similar to the first 2. Square dog holes, but now we have a tail vise and dog holes lined up along the front. A rear tool tray, and this is about 85 inches long by about 25 inches wide. All the benches are about 34 inches high. The all-round is a little bit different. Again, we've got a tail vise, but the all-round means we've got all-round dog holes. This is more of an American style workbench. There is no tool tray. It's a flat surface all the way across, round dog holes all the way, and the front vise has round dog holes in line for pinching work using the front vise as well. Let me go ahead and show you a close-up of some of the features here. I'll use the medium workbench here first, which is very similar to the compact and the large, and then I'll go ahead and show a little bit of the differences here with the all-round. This medium-sized Hofmann Hammer workbench has seen a lot of use here in the shop. Has a front vise just like the compact and the large, single screw front vise with a wooden handle for pinching your work. It's got a row of square dog holes along the front that are in line with a dog hole here on the tail vise or the end vise for pinching your work here at the end of the bench. Along the back is a tool tray for storing your tools, obviously, and it's got a clean out ramp at each end for brushing it out, cleaning it out. The top is made of solid beech, and it's 3 to 4 inches thick here at the front where the dog holes are. And then in the main section of the bench, it's a couple of inches thick, making it really sturdy for pounding on and using a workbench. The large workbench here has been a mainstay at Highland Woodworking for years here in the classroom. And you can have one just like it, except your top will be brand new. The differences here on the large workbenches versus the medium and compact are that there's a drawer here in the center, which is pretty handy. The dog holes are much bigger. They're still square, but they're much larger, with much bigger dogs. And the end vise is a different style where you can not only pinch between the dogs, but you can also pinch your work here in the opening. The all-round workbench has a slightly different configuration. Yes, the dog holes are round, and they are not only in line with the tail vise, and you can pinch in that direction using the dog holes and the tail vise, but also here on the front vise. There's a row of dog holes here in line with dog holes on the front vise, and you can pinch your work not only between the jaws of the vise, but also using the dog holes along the front. Also, there's dog holes here on the front of the bench. The same on the tail vise. So again, you can pinch your work here on the front of the vise. Now this is a brand new workbench, and you can see the gorgeous wood that you're gonna get when the workbench arrives at your house. It took me about 15 minutes to put this bench together. All the benches go together in pretty much the exact same manner. Let me show you how I did it.
A quick note about the round dogs in this video. Although the bench I assembled came with these dogs, they typically do not come with the bench. In fact, the dogs you see here are not nearly as useful as a single diameter type because these ones have a shoulder that keeps them 3/4 of an inch above the work surface, rendering them unusable for thinner work pieces where your hand plane or sander will end up hitting them. Additionally, you have to completely remove them and store them somewhere else when not in use, which if your shop is anything like mine, you will not find them again. In contrast, the American-style round bench dog with either a spring hold or a bullet catch can be set to any height and quickly pushed below the top when it's not needed. Useful for work pieces of any thickness, they're always with the bench, ready to go.
So those are the 4 workbenches from Hofmann Hammer. What I love about it is the fact that you're going to be up and running in no time. In about 15 minutes, you've got your workbench all assembled, ready to go. So rather than spending weeks or months, you can have this up and running in your shop. Now, the compact and the medium size are a little bit lighter, and some of the articles talk about getting that really heavy workbench that's not going to move on you. Honestly, that's not really a problem, and if you do have issues, it's easy to either add weight to these workbenches, put non-skid pads under the feet, and those solutions work really well. What I love about these workbenches is the work holding capability. Front vise, end vise, the dog holes, a variety of ways of pinching your work to work on it, which is the whole point of a workbench. These are solid wood workbenches, meaning they're going to take a beating, you can reflatten them, no problem, and they look great. There they are, 4 different sizes, so I'm sure you can find one that's going to fit into your shop.